session working towards some back bends. So today's session will be focusing on strengthening all the way through the back. So all three parts of the back, the lumbar spine, the cervical spine and the thoracic spine. And this is going to be strengthening the core and the back to protect the spine in all of our back bend movements. Oh, Toby, I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Start again. Hello guys, welcome back to session 2 of working towards our back bends. So today's session will be focusing on strengthening all the way through the spine. So we're strengthening our cervical spine, our thoracic spine and our lumbar spine. So all the way from the top down towards the bottom. Strengthening the core, the back, all with the aim to protect our spine in our back bends. So it's really important to have flexibility through the spine, but even more so to have the strength to protect that flexibility. So the focus of this session will be some exercises which are going to help with this. So we're going to start off in our tabletop position, shoulders stacked over the wrists and hips over the knees, coming through our cat and cow stretches once more just to warm our spine up. We inhale, arch the back and take the face towards the sky. Exhale, round off the back, tuck the chin into the chest, suck the belly button into the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Keep on going. Inhale, arch the back, take the face to the sky, get that curve all the way through the spine. Exhale, round. Add in any other movements, so you can take your body round in a big circle if you'd like. You can add in any movements that feel good for you through the neck and through the back. And from here, transfer your hands forwards, bring yourself down to be lying on your front in that Sphinx position we found before. So the forearms are resting on the mat, shoulders stacked over the elbows, opening the chest, pulling the shoulders back and down, looking up and forwards. Again, finding that curve all the way through the spine. From here, if you'd like, you can come into a cobra, so pushing the hands into the mat, pushing yourself a little bit further up, maybe take the face up towards the sky a bit further. Keep the elbows bent if you'd like. We're going to hold this for 15 seconds. So try and strengthen through the back. So you're squeezing the glutes, you're squeezing those muscles down the back to keep your chest lifted. Try not to push too much weight through the arms. So we're working strength now rather than flexibility. It doesn't matter how far into the curve you are. It's more about maintaining that strength to keep you where you are. For 3, 2, and 1. Take yourself onto your arms, so you're resting here. We're going to work through the lower back. So ignoring the upper back, you can relax your upper body, maybe lean on the arms, maybe even relax your head all the way down. We're going to start off with the right leg. We're squeezing that right glute and we're lifting that right leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. With control, both these movements. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 10 more. And lower. Three more. And last one, lower with control. Switch over to the other leg, so left leg this time. We're lifting. The leg doesn't need to come high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Working from the hip. 10 more. So try not to bend that knee. We're lifting from the hip, engaging the glutes and the lower back to lift that leg. Last 3, 2, and last one. Lift and exhale to lower. Keeping the feet now pinned down onto the mat. We're going to do a chest lift. So we'll bring the hands, you can either have them either side of the chest to support you. If you want to make it a little bit harder, we're lifting those arms off the mat. To make it even harder, you can bring the arms out to increase that lever. So we're lifting all the way here. I'm going to have my hands beside my ears. We inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Keep on going. Squeeze in the back, keep the feet pinned down onto your mat. Last one, inhale, lift, exhale, lower. From here, transfer yourself back into a child's pose. Bring the knees together, toes together, knees apart. Sinking the chest down towards the mat. Extending through the spine, walk the fingers as far forward as you can. And exhale, transfer yourself all the way back up to neutral. From here, making sure those fingers are nice and spread out. We're stepping our right leg followed by our left leg back into a plank position. Shoulders stacked over the wrist. Let's hold here for 5 breaths. Suck the belly button in towards the spine. Strengthening through that core. Pushing the ground away from you. Round off the upper back. To make it a bit easier, you can bring your feet further apart. To make it harder, bring those feet together. One more breath here. And exhale, lower those knees. Crossing the ankles over or swinging the legs round. We're coming onto our backs now. And we're going to do a reverse tabletop. So like we have with our tabletop, we have our shoulders stacked over our wrists, knees, hips stacked over the knees. This time we're going to have our knees stacked over our ankles. So bringing the heels in nice and close to the body. We're lifting those hips up towards the sky, opening the chest. Find that strength by squeezing the glutes, tilting the pelvis under. You can either relax your head back or keep it in line with the spine, whatever's more comfortable for your neck. 3 more breaths. And exhale, relax yourself down. Bring yourself down into a lying position. Roll through the spine. Relax the head, draw the hands down by the sides of the body. Walk those heels in as close as you can to your glutes. And we're tilting the pelvis under and pushing the hips up towards the sky. So we're in our bridge position here. This is a nice back bend. If you can, linking the hands behind the lower back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Push the chest upwards. Open the hips to the sky. Extend the spine. We're strengthening and we're stretching here. For 3, 2, 1. Release those hands. Roll down through the spine. Hugging your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little massage through the lower back. Rocking from side to side, maybe backwards and forwards. And then slowly rocking and rolling yourself up to a seated position. So our last exercise is going to be strengthening and stretching, and it's going to flow on nicely to our peak poses. So we're going to bring ourselves just back onto our front, into this lying position. From here, we're going to bring our right heel in towards the body, followed by the left heel. Bring those hands around, so we're holding on to your feet. This is our bow pose. We're lifting the thighs off the mat, lifting the chest, push the foot into the hands. Keep that chin pulled away from the chest. Extending through the spine. It doesn't matter how far into this stretch you come, as long as you feel that strengthening through the back. On your next exhalation, relax those legs down. Push yourself up onto your knees. Feel free to take a child's pose. And that brings us to the end of our strengthening session. Next time we will be working on increasing that back bend before we go into our peak poses. So I'll see you for session 3.